Imagine waking up every day with the feeling that your body is changing, but not in the way you expected. The reflection in the mirror isn't the same anymore, and the effects of your relentless pursuit of physical perfection start to reveal a dark and irreversible side. Women who turn to anabolic steroids in search of strength, performance, and a certain look don't always realize what's behind those changes. A series of devastating consequences that can affect their health forever. What would you do if you knew that the body you've been chasing might be tricking you, pushing you toward a point of no return? Whenever I think about the use of anabolic steroids, I can't help but reflect on the many discussions I've heard and read over the years about the physical transformations these substances can cause, especially in women's bodies. The growing number of women turning to anabolic steroids, particularly those looking to improve athletic performance or achieve certain aesthetic goals, makes me think deeply about the impact of this decision. Many women who choose to use these hormones are not only looking to build muscle mass, but also to increase strength and achieve more defined physiques, something that, in many cases, results in a more muscular and rugged appearance. However, few really understand the effects that anabolic steroids can have on the female body, both in terms of aesthetics and long-term health. The first thing that always stands out to me is the types of steroids most commonly used by women. Nandrolone, for example, is known for being a popular choice due to the misconception that it causes fewer masculinizing effects. But even though it's considered less harsh than other steroids, like testosterone, it still brings significant risks, such as hormonal changes that can affect everything from menstruation to fertility. Anavar is another steroid often mentioned as one of the safer options for women who want to experience the effects of steroids. It's considered milder and therefore less likely to cause virilization, transforming a woman's body in a more masculine way. Still, it can cause changes that are hard to reverse, like increased muscle mass and a deepening voice. Then there's stanozolol, which is frequently used by those seeking not just muscle gain but also enhanced performance in competitions. However, this steroid is notoriously aggressive, with effects that include excessive hair growth and changes in skin texture. While all these steroids have their benefits, they also carry risks that are often minimized by users. It's impossible to ignore the side effects that come with using these steroids. One of the most noticeable and permanent effects is the deepening of the voice. When women use anabolic steroids, their bodies experience a spike in testosterone production, which results in changes to the vocal cords. As a result, the voice, which is typically higher-pitched, starts to become lower and more gravelly, something that, in many cases, cannot be reversed. This is one of the most difficult side effects to cope with because it directly impacts a person's vocal identity. For many women, their voice is a key part of their self-expression, and losing its softness can lead to great discomfort and disconnection from their own image. Another common and frequently mentioned side effect is excessive hair growth, known as hirsutism. This happens because of the hormonal imbalance caused by steroids, which stimulate hair growth in areas where it's not typically seen, such as the face, chest, and even the abdomen. For some women, this increase in body hair can be emotionally distressing, as it goes against the aesthetic standards they've been socially conditioned to identify with. This side effect, depending on its severity, can be managed through cosmetic methods, but it can never be fully avoided. Another issue that often comes up is hair loss. Just as men may experience male pattern baldness due to increased testosterone levels, women can also suffer from significant hair thinning. This condition, known as androgenic alopecia, shows up as thinning hair, mainly on the top of the head. With prolonged steroid use, the risk of female baldness becomes much higher, and this can affect a woman's self-esteem and well-being. Many women, upon noticing the first signs of hair loss, seek treatments, but reversing the problem is often complicated, with results varying widely from person to person. One of the most surprising and alarming side effects of steroid use in women is clitoral enlargement, a condition known as clitoromegaly. This is a rarer side effect but can occur due to the elevated testosterone levels in the body. The enlargement of the clitoris can be permanent, and for some women, it represents a change that is hard to accept. Although the desire to improve physical performance or appearance is valid, this effect can be one of the most unsettling, as it alters a sensitive and intimate part of the female anatomy. This transformation can affect sexual life and even how a woman perceives herself physically. In addition, breast tissue reduction is another side effect that can occur with steroid use. The production of estrogen, the primary female hormone, can be suppressed by steroids, leading to a reduction in breast size. For many women, breasts are an important part of their femininity and self-esteem, and a reduction in size can lead to a feeling of losing their feminine identity. This effect not only affects aesthetics, but can also have a deep psychological impact. Premature aging is another side effect that deeply concerns me. When women use steroids, the hormonal changes in their bodies can affect the production of collagen and elastin, which are essential for skin firmness and elasticity. This leads to accelerated wrinkles and sagging skin, making the skin look older faster. This side effect is often underestimated, as many women are so focused on gaining muscle mass or improving athletic performance that they don't realize how much they are damaging their skin's health. Another undesirable side effect is jaw enlargement. Prolonged use of anabolic steroids can lead to changes in the bone structure of the face, which can result in a broader, more square-shaped jawline. This type of alteration is also irreversible, and it can cause a woman to lose her facial identity, which many consider essential to their sense of femininity. Steroid use is also strongly linked to infertility. Hormonal imbalance can impair ovarian function, making it harder for women to conceive. Menstrual cycles may become irregular or even stop altogether, directly impacting fertility. Many women who begin using steroids don't realize this long-term effect, but it can have permanent consequences for those who want to become mothers in the future. Finally, we can't ignore the health risks that anabolic steroids pose. The use of these substances increases the risk of heart problems, strokes, and liver damage. Some studies show that prolonged steroid use can be fatal, as it severely compromises the cardiovascular system and other vital organs. The pursuit of quick results and the pressure to achieve an ideal physical appearance can put a woman's health at an irreversible risk. These side effects can be devastating, both physically and psychologically, and should be seriously considered before deciding to use anabolic steroids. Whenever I encounter the topic of women using anabolic steroids, I can't help but think about the consequences these substances can have on their lives. While steroids are often associated with men looking to improve performance and build muscle, the impact of these substances on women is far more complex and dangerous. What always strikes me is how many women turn to steroids, not realizing the extent of the risks they're taking. They see the potential for more muscle, greater strength, and a more defined body, but they often fail to understand the long-term toll these substances will take on their health, and in some cases, even their lives. The truth is that many women who start using steroids do so with the best of intentions. They want to improve their athletic performance or enhance their appearance, and anabolic steroids seem like a quick fix. However, the reality is far darker. These substances wreak havoc on the hormonal balance in the body, causing a cascade of physical and emotional changes that are often irreversible. The idea that steroids can simply be used for a short time to achieve a goal and then discarded is a dangerous myth. For many women, using steroids leads to permanent changes in their body that they may never fully recover from. One of the first issues that come up with steroid use in women is infertility. Many women don't realize that the hormonal changes brought on by steroids can drastically reduce their ability to conceive. Steroids affect the reproductive system by decreasing the production of female hormones like estrogen, which can disrupt the menstrual cycle and prevent ovulation. In some cases, women stop getting their periods altogether, and the damage to fertility becomes permanent. For women who always dreamed of having children, this can be a devastating blow. The idea that a woman's fertility could be taken away in pursuit of a temporary physical goal is something that should not be overlooked, but for some, it's already too late by the time they realize the extent of the damage. What's also concerning is the premature aging that comes with prolonged steroid use. As a woman's body is flooded with these artificial hormones, the natural production of collagen decreases, causing the skin to lose its elasticity. As a result, wrinkles appear more quickly, and the skin starts to sag. The effects of steroid use are often visible on the face first, especially around the eyes and jawline. The desire to look fit and strong can ironically make a woman look older than she is, and for many, that can lead to regret. The idea of using steroids to get that dream body, only to end up looking older than their age, is something many women don't think about until it's too late. This isn't a small price to pay for a temporary appearance. One of the most shocking side effects of steroid use, especially in women, is the change in the shape of their faces and bodies. The jawline can widen, becoming more angular and masculine-looking, and some women even experience changes to their voice. Their once soft, higher-pitched voices can begin to sound deeper and rougher, something that can't be undone. These changes are often hard to accept, as they are seen as a direct transformation into a more masculine appearance, something that many women find deeply upsetting. The physical changes that occur with steroid use don't stop at muscle growth. They extend to the face, the voice, and the overall sense of femininity that women often cherish. Along with these physical changes comes the emotional toll of steroid use. Women who use these substances may not fully realize how much it can affect their mental health. Steroids can cause mood swings, aggression, and even depression. The hormones that are being injected into the body alter brain chemistry in ways that can make women feel out of control of their emotions. They may experience fits of rage, periods of deep sadness, or even anxiety. For many, the mental toll becomes just as hard to manage as the physical changes. It's not just the body that suffers, the mind does too. The risk of death is something I can't ignore when discussing the consequences of steroid use. Steroids increase the likelihood of heart disease, liver damage, and strokes, all of which can be life-threatening. There are too many cases of women, particularly athletes or bodybuilders, who have tragically passed away due to complications from steroid use. These substances increase blood pressure, damage the liver, and increase cholesterol levels, putting an enormous strain on the heart. The worst part is that these risks are often ignored in favor of gaining muscle or improving performance. It's easy to see why someone would think that steroids are just a tool to build a better body. But in reality, they are slowly poisoning it from the inside. One tragic case that sticks in my mind is that of several female athletes who died from complications related to steroids. Many of these women were in peak physical condition and had built incredible bodies, but they paid the ultimate price for their dedication to getting bigger and stronger. It's heartbreaking to think that their desire to achieve a goal led them down a path that ended in death. The reality is that no matter how much muscle you gain or how strong you become, the damage caused by steroids can't be undone, and it can shorten your life. The thing is, these risks are not something you can easily reverse once they've started. Steroids might give you that dream body, but at what cost? The damage to your organs, the emotional struggles, the permanent changes to your voice, skin, and jaw. It's a price many women aren't prepared to pay. And the worst part is that for those who do regret their decision, it's often too late to fix the damage. This is why it's so important for women to fully understand what they're getting into before using steroids. It's easy to get caught up in the idea of improving your body or achieving athletic success, but when you look at the bigger picture, the risks far outweigh the rewards. There are safer, healthier ways to improve your physique and performance that don't come with such devastating consequences. The temptation of a quick fix might seem appealing, but the long-term effects on both the body and mind are something that can never be reversed. In the end, no amount of muscle is worth sacrificing your health or your life.